Never tell your woman these secrets about you. So, imagine this, you're on a date with her. Things are going perfectly. You're laughing, sharing stories, feeling like this could actually be something real, and then you slip up and tell her something about yourself that you thought was harmless, right? But her expression changes, her interest fades, the date wraps up, and she never texts you back. What happened? Guys, there are secrets about you, no matter how honest you are, that you should never reveal. Not because you're lying, but because sharing them can change how she sees you forever. Today, I'm going to tell you the secrets you must keep to yourself if you want her to stay attracted and respect you. Let's get into it. Secret number 1, your weaknesses, especially early on. Let's face it, everyone has weaknesses, and being vulnerable is often seen as a strength in the right context. But here's the deal, guys. Timing matters, especially early on in the relationship. Talking about your weaknesses can backfire spectacularly. Let me break it down for you. When you reveal your insecurities too soon, whether it's about your job, your self-esteem, or that you're not good enough, you're actually planting seeds of doubt in her mind. A woman might not even consciously realize it, but she'll start asking herself, can I rely on him? When things get tough, will he be strong enough to handle life's challenges, etc.? Guys, you need to demonstrate to her that you have the capacity to lead, to handle yourself, and to grow. Opening up about your weaknesses is like handing someone the keys to your emotional house if she hasn't earned your trust yet. Why give her full access to your most vulnerable thoughts? It's like a job interview. You wouldn't walk in and say, hey, by the way, I'm terrible in meeting deadlines, would you? Number? You'll focus on your strengths while subtly addressing areas where you are working to improve. The same logic applies in relationships. You want to earn her trust and respect before showing her the parts of you that still need work. Let's make this real. Imagine this. You're on a 3rd date and the vibe is amazing. She's laughing at your jokes, making deep eye contact. It's all going perfectly. Then in a moment of misplaced vulnerability, you tell her how your last girlfriend dumped you because you weren't ambitious enough. Suddenly, her perception of you will shift. Trust me. She'll start thinking, is he actually ambitious, or is he still figuring things out? Can I depend on him to be stable and confident when I need him? Why did she leave if he was that good? Even if she doesn't say it out loud, these thoughts will be running through her head. You've unintentionally triggered doubt, and it's hard to come back from something like that. Here's how to play it smart. So instead of saying, I've been overlooked at work and it really bothers me, reframe it as I'm working on positioning myself for better opportunities at work. I have a clear plan, and I'm confident about what's next. See the difference? You are acknowledging reality without coming across as defeated. It shows that you're aware of your challenges, but also capable of overcoming them. Here's a quick list of what not to reveal in those early stages. Complaining about your boss, your coworkers, or your job, admitting that you're struggling to figure out what you want in life. Sharing your deepest fears about failing or being judged. Save these conversations for a time when the relationship is more established, when she's invested in you, and when you've built a foundation of trust. Secret number 2, how many women you've slept with. Let me be crystal clear. Telling her your number is a lose-lose situation. Because no matter what you say, it's going to spark some kind of judgmental comparison. Women may tell you, oh, I don't really care about your past. But deep down they do. It's human nature. Your sexual history can make her question where she stands with you. Is she just another number, or are you inexperienced and maybe not ready for someone like her? Either way, it'll stir up doubt. Let's break it down. Number 1, if your number is low, she might think, why hasn't he been with more women? Is there something wrong with him? Will I have to teach him everything? Even if it's not true, the thought is already there. 2, if your number is high. On the flip side, she might think, is he just using me? Or is he even capable of committing to one person? Or how do I stack up against all these other women? And let's not even get into the possibility of her imagining you with those women. It's a mental picture no one wants. There's another layer to this. Your number may trigger her insecurities. Let's say she's only been with 1 or 2 people, but you've been with 10 or even more. Even if she tries to act cool, she's now comparing herself to your past partners, wondering if she will measure up. Example, she might think, well, does he find me exciting enough? Does he wish I was more experienced? Or worse, is he judging me for my lack of experience? Guys, your number isn't a measure of your worth. It doesn't define your ability to be a great partner or how well you'll connect with someone emotionally or physically, but when you share it, you are inviting unnecessary scrutiny. Instead of focusing on the relationship you are building with her, you are dragging ghosts from your past. And trust me, it's not a good look. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, what if she asks me directly, don't panic, here's how to handle it. So instead of giving a number, say something like this: I've had experiences that taught me what I really want in relationships, and I'm focused on building something meaningful with you. You see what I did there? You are shifting the focus from the past to the present. You are letting her know that you've grown without actually giving her ammunition to judge or compare you in the future or right away. Secret number 3, your biggest regrets or failures. All right, let's get real for a moment. I mean, we all have regrets, failures, moments where we wish we could take back, but here's the harsh truth. When you bring up your biggest regrets or failures too early in a relationship, you're not building a bridge of trust, you are creating a wall of doubt. It's not that you should hide who you are, but how and when you reveal certain parts of your life matters. Sharing your past mistakes at the wrong time will send the wrong message, and it can change how she sees you, even if you are sharing your regrets. In an effort to be open and honest, it can come across as a lack of ambition or an inability to take control of your life. Regrets are heavy. When you share them with someone, you are asking them to carry a part of that emotional weight. If she doesn't know you well enough or isn't emotionally invested yet, it will feel overwhelming. It's not the failure itself that's the problem. It's how you present it. You see, women don't expect you to be perfect, but they do want to see resilience. So instead of saying, I tried starting a business, but it completely failed and ruined me financially, try saying something like this: I learned a lot from my first business attempt. It taught me how to manage risk, make smarter decisions. I'm now working on something even better. Can you tell the difference? First example, you sounded defeated. In the second, you sounded like a man who learns, adopts, and moves forward. That's the energy women are drawn to. When you tell her about your biggest failures or regrets before you've built any kind of solid connection, you risk her seeing you as someone who's stuck, unmotivated, or unsure of himself. So when is the right time to share? I hear you ask. Here's the golden rule. Share your failures or regrets when they're framed as lessons that showcase your growth. Wait until you've built a foundation of trust and some kind of connection by then. She'll see these moments as part of what makes you stronger and not weaker. If she brings up a topic that touches on your regrets or failures, don't dodge the question, but don't dwell on it either. Keep it short and always end on a positive note. So, for example, you could say something like, look, I've learned a lot from that experience, and it's helped me become the person I am today. This way, you are being honest without actually sounding defeated. You are showing her that you are the man who owns his story and uses it to move forward. Now, here's what you need to remember. Your regrets and failures don't define you. Your response to them does. Secret number 4, your past relationships in detail. It might seem harmless to share details about your exes or drama you went through, but trust me, it's a recipe for disaster. The truth is, the more you talk about your past relationships, the less you'll focus on building a future with you. When you share too much about your exes, you are unintentionally planting seeds of insecurity and skepticism in her mind. Think about it. When you talk about how crazy your ex was, she wonders, what did he do to make her act this way? I actually have a whole video on it. I'll link it in the video description. When you talk about how much you loved your ex, she thinks, does he still have feelings for her? When you talk about the fights you used to have, she fears, is he going to bring that same energy into this relationship? Even if your intention is to show her that you are being honest or open, it will backfire. Imagine that she asks you, so how did your last relationship end? You think it's a great opportunity to bond, so you dive into a detailed story about how your ex cheated on you, how you feel betrayed, and how it shattered your trust. What do you think she's hearing? He has trust issues. He's not over. What happened? Is he going to be suspicious of me because of some girl who did him in the vibe will shift suddenly? She's not as interested as she was 5 minutes ago. Why? Because she's seeing you as someone carrying baggage, not someone ready for a fresh start. I tell you, when you overshare about past relationships, she's not going to be listening. She'll be analyzing. If you sound bitter, she'll think you haven't healed. If you speak too fondly of your ex, she'll wonder if you're still emotionally attached to her and have some feelings. If you share intimate details, she'll worry about whether you'll keep her secrets in the future when it's her turn or when you guys are no longer together. Here's a reality check. No woman wants to feel like she's in competition with ghosts from your past. And I've said this already, so if you ever find yourself in a situation, this is a better way to handle it. Okay? I say keep it vague, say as little as possible. I say shift the focus. Follow up with something like, but that relationship taught me a lot about what I want and how to build something meaningful, and that's what I'm focused on right now. Avoid emotional traps. Don't bad-mouth your ex, even if she hurt you. It makes you look petty and stuck in the past. Instead, take the high road and keep the discussion respectful. There are certain things you should never say about your past relationships, no matter how hard your current woman tries. Okay? Things like how amazing the sex was, instant turn-off, unnecessary, how much you miss certain things about your ex. It makes her feel second best. Any comparison to her? I mean, even if you're saying she's better, it's still awkward. Details about your ex's flaws and mistakes. It makes you look like you're gossiping. Less is more when it comes to talking about your exes. And the final one, secret number 5, your financial struggles. All right, so it's a sensitive topic and for good reason. Your finances, whether you are thriving, surviving, or struggling, play a big role in how you're perceived in your relationship. There's a mistake you guys make spilling every detail about your financial struggles too soon. Let me tell you right now, this can be a major turnoff, especially in the early stages of dating. Here's the reality. Women are naturally wired to seek stability in a partner. That's the first thing they're looking out for. It's not about being materialistic, it's about feeling secure, wanting to know that he can take care of you. When you openly share that you're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or struggling to make ends meet, you are sending a signal that you might not be able to provide that stability that she's looking for. And before you jump to conclusions, no, I'm not saying that you need to be a millionaire to date, but the way you present your financial situation matters. If she senses that you're overwhelmed by your struggles or lack some kind of a plan to improve your situation, guess what? She's going to question whether you are actually someone that she can build a future with, and you can't blame her when you share your financial struggles too early. She might start thinking in the end, will I be the one taking care of him? Is he responsible with money? Or will this be a problem later? Does he have a plan to get out of this situation, or he's just hoping it'll fix itself? Even if she doesn't say these things out loud, they're likely running through her mind. And once that doubt creeps in, it will be hard to undo. Here's a quick list of what you should never do when discussing finances early in any relationship, okay? Don't complain. Avoid making it sound like the world is against you. Complaining makes you look weak. Don't play the victim. Talking about how unfair life is makes you come across as weak and unambitious. Ask for sympathy. She's not your therapist. Keep the conversation focused on solutions and not pity. Remember, women are attracted to men who are resourceful and resilient, not men who seem to be overwhelmed or stuck. You don't have to lie or pretend to be something you are not. The key is to focus on the progress you are making rather than the struggles you are facing. For example, if you're working on paying off debts, you could say something like, well, I've been really disciplined about saving and managing my finances lately. It feels great to be in control of my money and work towards some long-term goals. See how that shifts the narrative? Instead of focusing on the problem, you are highlighting your responsibility and ambition to get rid of it. Here's the bottom line, guys. Sharing too much too soon will cost you her respect, attraction, and interest. Some things are better kept private, at least until the relationship has proven itself, right? So you want to focus on showing her your strengths, ambition, confidence. Let your actions do the talking, not your past struggles or secret. If you want more advice like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Really important, so you get notified every single time I post. Plus, I want you to drop a comment and tell me what's one thing you think guys should keep a secret in relationships that perhaps I missed in this video. I'll be reading every single comment. See you in the next video. The name still remains Thrive Nation. Cheers.